in Motor City. Doesn't matter if it's not a word. Cavs and Pistons. The series is tied at 2. And in the first quarter, the Pistons are down 1. It's not for long. Sar Thompson flex that pass. Cade Cunningham. They're setting the tone early for the Pistons. Second quarter now, Cavs down 45-32. The strip, and then Jenkins to Thompson. It's a 15-point Pistons lead. Cavs now down 9. In transition, Cunningham picks off James Harden, then dishes to Jalen Duren. The Pistons outscored the Cavs 20-2 in points off turnovers in the first half. They once led by as many as 15. At the break, it was 60-52. So now we go to the third quarter. 5 minutes to play in it. Cavs down far. It is James Harden. You know who's not going to love the call on that? Everyone there. Cavs down 1 after the free throw. 2 minutes to go. 2-point game. Not for long. Evan Mobley to Sam Merrill. That's a 3. Cavs now up 1. It's now a 1-point game. 79-78. Mobley dunking all over Sar Thompson. By the way, Mobley, 19 points. Cavs would have a 4-point lead going into the fourth. Then in the fourth, Cade Cunningham knocking down that 3. One of the 6 he made. Pistons up 3. Then Tobias Harris is going to find Jenkins. Corner. That is another 3 to make it a 6-point lead for the Pistons. Harden, for all of the playoff games he has been in, this was his best. Going to find Mobley there for 3. It's a 13-0 run for the Cavs. Mitchell stripped. Thompson doesn't get the foul on that loose ball. This was when it was tied at 103. There was the missed call. And it's 103 all. Bonus basketball for all. Yeah, something missed there. We go to overtime. Cavs up 2, continuing their run that started at the end of the fourth. Mitchell attacking, called bank. Cavs up 4. Still up Cavs, only by 2. Mitchell knocking down the corner 3. Going to continue here. That's going to go in. Pistons now inbounding. Max Strus, defense to offense, strips Cunningham. Mitchell cuts to the basket. Cavs fans, there were a few, and they liked it. Cunningham, 39 points, did everything he could. It was ruled a 2 after the review, by the way. Pistons down 2. But Harden, 24 seconds to go. Cavs up 3 at the line after making the first free throw. Misses the second, but gets his own rebound for a career playoff best 30 points. The Cavs win this one 117-113.
I've only been here 2.5 months, you know what I mean? So, like, the things that we were going through is all new, you know? So, like, learning how to be, you know, a second option and feed and play off Donovan, you know, when to be aggressive, you know, when he has it going. Like, last game, second half, like, he did some things that we haven't seen in a very, very long time, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, and he's capable of doing that every single game. So, you know, finding when to be aggressive, when to be a playmaker and things like that. So, and then offensively, finding what works for us, you know, for me to be successful, to get guys, you know, shots and open looks. So it all comes together, and I think we're building in the right direction. And throughout that process, there's going to be some, you know, times where, you know, we don't look as great, but I think the mindset of wanting to help each other be better, and you know, I think we're finding that as of lately.
So the good news here for Cleveland is that the Cavs have an 11-1 series record when leading a series 3-2. The bad news is that one loss came against the Pistons, but that was also many years ago, back in 2006. Either way, the math is now in Cleveland's favor following 3 straight wins.
I mean, I feel like we slowed our tempo down, started playing in the half court. Thought we had success when we got out in transition. We got stops and were able to get out and run. You know, and then they started doubling and, you know, getting the ball out of Cade's hands. So, you know, we'll find ways to fix it. We'll be better.
So I really got to watch it. I mean, we ain't supposed to lose that lead like that, man. We got to be better. We got to execute better. Defensively, we gave up too many timely threes. That's all I could think of.
Definitely stings. Doesn't feel good. Home court, I thought we did a lot of good things tonight to put us in position to win. Just didn't close the game. Didn't play at the level that it takes to win this game. So stings for sure.
Well, the final 3 minutes of regulation and all of overtime were essentially dominated by the Cavs. Cleveland trailed by 9, then they outscored the Pistons 23-10 in that time frame. Detroit went cold from beyond the arc and, well, kind of everywhere, while Cleveland shot 50%. McNutt, Monica McNutt is with us now, or I say with us, as in me. Look, James Harden was able to do what the Cavs have not been able to do. He got them a win on the road this playoffs. How did they get it done? Because they didn't look so good early on.
No, they didn't, Briscoe, at all. I got to give James Harden, a ton of credit. And people might even point to the fact that he still had 6 turnovers in this ballgame. But when his team needed him the most, he was able to step up. I mean, he shot the free throws really well, and he was just effective in terms of getting to the paint and knocking down big threes. When you look at that overtime period, though, it was Donovan Mitchell who had 7 points in the overtime that really carried his team through. He was fantastic in the clutch. But along the way, I thought that the Cavs found themselves. Max Strus was a huge role player down the stretch in the fourth quarter as Cleveland forced overtime. That was a really, really impressive win. And to me, it indicated, even though these guys have not had tremendous team success in the postseason, we saw the stat during the game that James Harden had played in 96 playoff games. The experience from the Cavs showed.
Okay, so if they found themselves, what are you going to say now about a Pistons team that had the lead and let it slip away?
The strategy from the first series began to rear its head. Cade Cunningham is having a terrific night until late, right? They obviously made him uncomfortable. I thought the exact opposite of what you saw from the Cavs. The inexperience showed up. And the Pistons were having sort of a dream night as far as their shooting is concerned, but in clutch time, that shooting began to dry up, and that wasn't just Cade Cunningham. And unfortunately, even though statistically they only were credited with 1 turnover in that fourth quarter, you could just feel the momentum of the moment sort of slipping away from them ultimately. So they are going to have their backs against the wall. I do think this team's grit and intensity is real. They are a legitimate #1 seed. They are inexperienced, but I'm really excited to see how they come back out in Game 6.
There you go, because we do get another.
At 2 games have advanced 3/4 of the time. That's a pretty high percentage as we're back with Iman Shumpert. Here's another number for you, Shump, and it's the Cavs on the road in the playoffs. It's a big offer. We saw Donovan Mitchell and James Harden play so well in Game 4. How do they translate that on the road? They're going to have to win at least 1 game in Detroit if they're going to take this series.
Pick a quarter, any quarter, to make a push and get out there to try and snatch you a lead. But the biggest key to this success is James Harden taking care of the ball. As long as James Harden can make sure that he plays efficiently, and I'm talking about being aggressive, but picking his spots to say, hey, I'm going to bat singles tonight. I don't always have to throw the home run pass, but I have to make sure that we're getting the best shot. I have to make sure if the game starts feeling like it's too free flow, no, let me get us in a set. Let me get us into actions, and actions that make sense. When does Donovan Mitchell need to score? When does Evan Mobley need to score? When do I need to bring Jared Allen along with me? When do I need to just take over this game, especially at the end when it's going to become him and Cade Cunningham in a slugfest if this game is close? It needs to be decision making. And if James Harden can focus on that, the Cavs are a tough team to beat.
Yeah, he's got so much experience. He's a smart guy. Just dial it in. He had 11 assists and only 2 turnovers in that game. Okay, we've discussed this matchup a lot. I want to know who you think is going to win tonight.
It's tough. The numbers say that the Detroit Pistons win at home, so I'm going to roll with the home team because that's what it's been. It's been the trend.
Ooh, okay. And then that whole road and home trend is going to continue. All right. Meanwhile, the Knicks await the winner of this series, of course. And there's something really interesting. We just got some sound in, and I want you to take a listen to this, Shump, because Jalen Brunson was speaking to the media, and he was asked about the team putting the ball into Cat's hands more. This is new on SportsCenter.